Hello, buenos dias. How y'all doing? Welcome back to the Dollar Football Podcast. Today I have a very special guest. If you don't know, now you know. We got Alana here in the flesh, straight from San Francisco. But she's actually from San Jose. If you didn't know, shout out 408.
Shout out 408.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just want to say thank you again for coming through. Thank you for the time. Seeing your hustle and everything that you've been doing. The events that I've been to, had a great time. But yeah, just like super, like just like I said, like you were saying earlier, I think it's like very important to just stay connected and just like see how we can like just enjoy soccer together, right? In that sense. But yeah, I just want to say what's up.
What's up? Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here, especially in my hometown. I love San Jose so much, and I think it's been really cool to see San Jose blow up from like a soccer perspective. When I was living here, finding soccer as a girl was so incredibly difficult, and now I feel like there's more options. It's getting a little bit more organized, so really cool to see.
Yeah, definitely been blowing up. I mean, soccer has always been from when I was growing has always been around, but it's never been. I feel like now as soccer is just growing in the country, it's just getting bigger. There's more clubs now.
Yeah.
For men, there's more clubs now for women.
Yep.
Right. And yeah, I just want to touch base on that real quick. Like, how does that feel like for you now? You see that, like, just like now there's Bay FC, there's like the San Diego. Like, how does
Wave,
that like do you get hyped off that, or like you're just like, how does that feel?
Well, my first introduction into that was like my best friend is Naomi Girma. She used to play for Wave. Now she plays for Chelsea. But really seeing just firsthand someone you know, someone you love, someone you grew up playing soccer with, being a part of that organization. And then not only that, having the fans love women's soccer so much. So cool. So when I heard about Bay FC or like there's just gonna be a Bay Area team coming here, so awesome. And I've been able to work with Bay FC to get a lot of members of Alana's football club to come support, watch the games, and just get more exposure to women's soccer. It's been really cool.
Yeah, I went to the grand opening. I think well, not the grand opening, sorry,
home opener.
Home opener.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm already talking about small business. Yeah, so that was dope. I think I went to two of them already so far.
Nice.
I think so for the season opener. Great time.
Yeah.
It's nice to see. Just like I like the name Bay FC. It's pretty dope. I think it's super like super clean. I like the colors. In San Jose, you see the stadium's packed like as it should be, right?
Totally.
Growing up, I played soccer in high school and stuff in college. And the one thing that I noticed from like men's and women's soccer sometimes, like the guys' teams, they don't really have a big fans until they come to the finals or they get to the playoffs.
It's true.
For women games, it's a lot more people, I feel like, which is dope. I mean, this is like, but it's something that I noticed.
Yeah.
So just like there's always in the women's space, from what I can see, is like there's a lot of support there for sure. Like for the families and stuff, and they come in, and it's like. It's something that is, like I said, just like as a man playing soccer and growing up in the Bay Area, like I'm happy and hopeful for like what that's gonna look like for women in a couple years, right?
Yeah,
so,
100%.
Yeah,
I mean, even when I started playing club, I remember my coach was talking about, a few years ago, he was coaching this women's team and they literally were like one out of like 7 other club teams just here in the Bay Area. There was just like no options for soccer. And then by the time I started playing, you could have like 50 different club teams that you could play for. And now it's just even doubling that number. So women's soccer from a youth level is growing, which is influencing how the professional level and how interested we are in that. So it's great.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you play for any local clubs here?
Yeah, I did. So I actually played for Central Valley, which got changed to San Jose, which got changed to the Quakes, the Earthquakes Academy. So they've went through a lot of transformations, but just such a great club because they really had a level for when I first started off. I was god awful. I was a late bloomer. I started in 6th grade, which is really late to start playing soccer.
It's kind of late.
And I was on like the lowest team possible, and then they just had such a great club that was able to work with some awesome coaches, make it to the higher level. I ended up playing college soccer, so it was great. Yeah, I loved my club team.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you had fun either way.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you guys ever travel? Did you get a chance to travel a little bit?
Oh yeah, my parents did not have a Thanksgiving at all because we were always at Surf Cup. Real ones know about Surf Cup.
Shout out Surf Cup.
Shout out Surf Cup. You spend your entire time in San Diego during Thanksgiving, so that was like one of our main travels. But yeah, through college soccer, I was able to travel a lot for the game, which is great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think as a club player, being able to travel is like super fun and super exciting. It's obviously a blessing, right? Like not everyone is able to, for whatever XYZ reasons, family and stuff like that, budget, things like that.
Yeah.
Things are just getting a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, should we talk about that?
Yeah, we could talk about it.
I would love to talk about that.
Can you? Well, it sounds like you're ready to talk about it. You
I
want to talk
am.
about it? What do you think? How does
it.
that? Now that everything. That being said, do you think there's a lot of pay to play kind of stuff going on? Which is like obviously like everything has a cost, but what are your thoughts on that topic?
Yeah, so I have like two perspectives. One is someone that's played the game, and then two, someone that organizes the game, and seeing just how expensive it is across the board, no matter what side you're on. So I guess first talking as a player, like I told my parents the other day, I was like, where did you guys get the money to do this? Because we're just like a very like humble family. And I was like, soccer even back then was so expensive. Traveling, player fees, coaching fees. On top of that, if you want your kid to be really good, you have to get them into one-on-one coaching. I mean, I was lucky. I had a lot of coaches that invested in me with very little investment back in them, and like just let me show up and play. Yeah. But I know, a lot of people are not that fortunate. So there's that. That's just club player level. The organizer level, you probably get this. It's not like we take home a ton of money from these pickups. Like this is really for the community, like especially for Alana's football club, like everything we make goes back into the community. And field rentals are so expensive. I've probably lost every ball that I've ever bought for this club. They just somehow make it home with other people, or I have no idea. But I'm constantly rebuying equipment, pennies. I mean,
$100 by the way for a ball. Sometimes.
If you want a good ball, if you don't want people to complain like, "Hey, this ball just sucks so bad," I'm like, I'm trying here. Hey, ball sponsor, equipment sponsor, hit me up. But yeah, so it's really expensive. And then even like the softwares that we use to like get like player information, there's permits, there's insurance. It's so expensive. So I wish that there was just more opportunity for people to like, it's just an even playing field for soccer, because unless you're this big corporation, you don't really have the funds to be able to kind of do what we do.
I think I appreciate you that you wanted to definitely talk about this. I'm very passionate about that as well. Like my experiences, I played club. I didn't play academy, but the dynamic of just once you get a little bit older, like I mean, I already knew. My parents were dropping money on this. We had, and I wasn't the only kid, right? I had like two brothers, and so like they only got 24 hours in a day. Your parents gotta go to work. They gotta take the kids, go over here, school. After school, detention, you got all that, whatever. Yeah. So just like, it's definitely not easy. I know the parents right now, like a lot of parents, someone was telling me the other day, they're already playing competitive soccer at like 5 years old. Yeah. Mauricio, shout out Mauricio was telling me that. Wow. He was here on the pod and he was like, dude, like they're already playing competitive at 5 years old. I played soccer at 5 years old. I had a great time, but I was competitive, but I didn't play competitively. And it's like, he's like, yeah, bro, people are throwing money on, like, they're throwing money in, like, this is what it is, like, so it's, like, so interesting to see how that is. Obviously, we kind of talked about it a little bit, where it's, like, it could turn off some kids too early, but also it's, like, now you guys want the soccer to grow, like, it's kind of a double-edged sword.
It is, yeah.
Where it's, like, if this is for you, this is for you, or, like, which is, like, we don't have to get into all that, but, soccer is money. I mean, it's a business. Let's talk about it. It's the biggest sport on the planet. FIFA is a big organization. Football in Europe is really big, in Africa, and all the continents. So I think there is a lot of money in it. It's just trying to figure out how can we maybe subsidize some of those costs for the people in the community, just to make it a little bit easier, or incentivize, right? You guys want to have events, like, how do we make it make sense? Because my gas ain't going down anytime soon. I'll tell you right now.
I know. I mean,
shout out BQ. He just got me a gas card. Shout out.
Oh, that's really sweet. Hey, that's really awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, I was just talking about this in an article recently. Like, isn't it amazing that soccer is played in the poorest countries and the richest countries, yet both are able to play and both are able to enjoy the game? Because at the end of the day, I always say this for my pickups too, like, you know, when you get a lot of pressure when you put on events and stuff, people coming to you like, what about this? What about this? And I always say, guys, we're just playing soccer. As long as people show up, we have a ball, maybe some pennies. We don't even need the pennies actually. And they get to go in there and play soccer. I did my job. Like, I got to bring people together. Everything else is fluff. The paying for coaches, paying for training fees, all these like really nice facilities, that's all just fluff. The real thing, what kids want from kids to adults, is just to get together and play the game.
No, yeah, definitely. I kind of want to just highlight one thing.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit earlier. Your couples event that you did.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell people a little, that you maybe didn't hear about it or did hear about it, would like to get a little more information on how that went? Yeah. Can you tell them how what'd you think about the event? Were you happy with how it turned out?
Yeah. So I put on this event where basically it was you got to sign up. It was a singles event, and I made the teams based off of compatibility. Yeah. So you filled out a form. You know, what's your favorite like Premier League team? Like what's your favorite position? Like what are you introverted? Are you extroverted? So all of these random questions, and then I formed the teams based off of that. And so when people showed up, they already had their team pre-selected, and I'm like, okay, so I threw a bunch of introverts together. I threw a bunch of extroverts together, even based off of skill level. And actually from that event, we've had like 2 couples come out of it, and they
couples?
and they consistently come to my pickups now, which is so awesome.
Happy to hear that.
But yeah, it was great. And I'm going to do another one in SF. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I thought it was a ton of fun. You were there. What did you think?
I was there. I had a good time.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I wasn't in those couples of it.
Hey, it's hit or miss. I know. And I think a big part of it too is, what I was telling people was like, hey, maybe you won't meet someone, but you might meet someone that knows someone, and like now you've just made more soccer friends, and now like, you know, we're encouraging more girls to get out there, and like, I don't know, maybe now that more girls like feel like comfortable to come to pick up, you never know, your wifey could be there. Who knows?
Who knows? You know, like you said, or her friend, it could
her friend,
invite her next time, whatever. But no, I personally really liked the idea, and I thought it was executed really well. Also really I enjoyed the coffee that was there, the vendors that you had.
Shout out the Grounds. We love them.
Shout out them.
I would love to plug them for a sec.
Go ahead.
So they're trying to become like the premier coffee organization for like soccer communities in general. And they've shown up to so many pickups, not expecting a single thing. They come and they like give out a ton of coffee to all the participants. And they're also putting on their own pickups, their own girls only pickups. Like, they're doing great stuff for the community. So check them out. They're called The Grounds on Instagram.
Yeah. No, I've seen their page. So I've seen them doing their thing. And I spoke to them briefly on that day. I was like, yo, y'all keep doing your thing. I was like, I think they're over there. 831, right? So shout out
then
them.
Salinas.
What was I gonna say? I wanted to mention so kind of going back to the event side of things. For you, like, what are your goals for like this summer? Do you have like events planned? Like, I know San Francisco, like you're building it up. What do you have like already like a perfect plan in place, or you kind of just like going with the vibe, or like how is that? Because it's a big summer.
I'm really booked. I'm really booked for World Cup stuff coming up, which is so awesome. Like, I think that especially AFC, Alana's Football Club, we are going to have just so much for our community to be able to participate in, to get ready, celebrate the World Cup. One big event that I'm putting on, still have some details to work out, is I'm doing this Battle of the Bay. So what that is it's kind of like there's going to be 2 parts. So it's going to be kind of like this intermediate for the community aspect, and then also like this invite only aspect, but you are going to be able to represent the area of the Bay that you're from. So for example, like I would make a team for San Francisco, and then we would go and then play a team from Oakland, and it's going to be this huge bracket style to find out who is who has the best ballers in the entire Bay Area?
That's dope.
Yeah,
Hell
which
yeah.
is the number one question. And I'm curious, where do you think the best soccer talent is in the Bay?
I'm going to have to say the 408. What you want me to say? Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
But hey, shout out all the ballers in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to play with a lot of people in the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I didn't know you were working on that. That's fire.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that. I was asking somebody the other day, I was like, does the Bay Area have a specific, like a Battle of the Bay for soccer? Like, like whether that's the youth tournaments or like adult tournaments, like do we have that? No, right? So so that's sick that you're already thinking about it.
Yeah. So I mean, if people go on my page, you can see it. There's the mayor of New York actually did a tournament when he was raising money for his campaign and just trying to get awareness on his campaign.
Yeah.
And it was called Battle of the Boroughs, and they played each other. And I commented, and I was like, we need to do this in San Francisco. My comment has 500 likes right now. You guys can go and check it out. So then I went on I went on Goal Side podcast and I talked about it. I was like, I'm going to do this. And now finally I'm like, pre-World Cup, it's the perfect time. AFC is in a good spot to be able to do something like this. And yeah, so if you guys want to sign up, you want to play, just head over to our Instagram, Alana's Football Club, link in bio. You can already sign up.
Damn, I'm going to have to sign up.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are going to have to form a team. We need a San Jose team, so...
We could do it. So how's that? Is that gonna be like a bigger sided, or like you said 4v4, or how is it? Do you know yet?
So I'm still trying to figure out. I mean, we could probably talk about this forever.
Yeah, sure.
11s versus small sided versus indoor, outdoor. Like, I want to try to make it as less friction as possible because whoever wins or whoever doesn't win is probably going to be like, I didn't win because we did small sided. I didn't win because we did big sided, So I'm trying to find a sweet spot in the middle, and also the location, like what is, central for everyone so that we all feel like it's easy for people to get there, but also it's not like biased necessarily if we have it in San Francisco, something like that. So still working out field details, but sign up quickly because I know we'll probably sell out and it'll be a big event. So yeah.
One more thing I just want to say again that I like about what you're doing, which you don't even hear from me, but for my point, I just like, it's dope to see that you're trying to create this space for the women's side of things, and it's like not like competitive. It's like just more recreational, right? Just to like, if you want to go and because it's kind of hard sometimes, right? Once you stop playing and like you're so busy with work and stuff like that, you just want to go play. Like it's a little bit harder. Sometimes you don't want to like pay a whole season fee or whatever. Or, like sometimes you just like want to just go to the park. So it's like I said, once again, I just think that's super dope. Like,
thank you. I'd love to talk about like the mission of the club a little bit too, because I think that's such a good segue.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this on the car on the way here. I was like, how can we frame this? So I'm going to paint a scenario for you guys.
Please do.
That's very real.
Okay.
So I'm a woman and I want to play soccer. That's a sentence. I'm a woman. I want to play soccer. What are my options? I have leagues or I have pickups. So let's talk about leagues. Leagues are expensive. How do I know how to sign up for a league? Have to go randomly searching online, or maybe hopefully I know someone. I'm going to show up and I'm going to go play on that random team. Probably 11s, maybe 8v8. Okay, I haven't touched a ball in forever and I'm getting thrown into a game. Like that's really intense. So that's just leagues, okay? Now we have pickups. I love pickups. Alana's Football Club, we're a pickup organization. Right. But let's talk about pickup culture. And I was in San Jose and I wanted to find pickups. I had to know someone random that I probably haven't talked to since like high school. Oh, hey, I see that you're playing soccer with a group of friends. Can I join? Maybe that's a scenario. Or I go to a random park with 25 dudes and I walk up to them and I'm like, can I play? They will give you the craziest looks you've ever seen. Do I want to play soccer with a girl? Not really. So I'm a girl and I'm looking for soccer and I have no idea. Organized pickup isn't really a thing. Where are the fields? What time are we playing? You have no idea how to find that. So that's why I created Alana's Football Club, because I'm like, we need a safe space where girls can play pickup in co-ed environments that meet them where they are. A lot of these girls, they're teachers, moms, nurses, have these really demanding jobs. They can't commit to a league, kind of like what you were saying. Can't commit to paying all this money to a league, and they don't even know if they can show up because they might have work, they might have their kids. I love pickup because you know it's going to be, where it's going to be every single week, same time, and you can drop in.
That's fire. Yeah.
And so with the club, we have different options too. I just started beginners pickup, which has been going really well. Nice. People have never touched a ball before, or maybe people that haven't played in a long time. They want to start getting into it. I have my intermediate group, I have my advanced group, and then I have my girls only group. So pickups that meet you where you are. And, and that's really what we're trying to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How do you, I know we talked a little bit about your day job and like what you do like for soccer. How do you manage your time?
How do I manage our time?
I know it's a crazy question, but
yeah. I mean, I think we talked about it earlier. It's like you kind of sacrifice for things that you're passionate about, and I'm so lucky. I feel like I finally found like a passion in life, and you will make time. And I think one, I have the biggest support system. My family is so supportive. They always rally around me, and my friends are just incredible. They're always there for me, whether it's coming for games, helping me record, like putting on these events. Like you were there, like my mom was doing check-in.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So it's like leaning on your people. Shout out my fam. And then also, it's a lot of work, but we love it. So just keep doing it. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. I think we're the same on that one too, because my time management I think is really good.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Yeah.
But it also can get crazy. But I think I definitely wouldn't be here without like my family and like the support from them and my friends, like, you know, and all the soccer and they're all soccer. The thing about it is they're all ballers.
Yeah. So my story is so funny. No one in my life plays soccer. Not a single person in my life plays soccer. They had no idea. I randomly started playing soccer. I found it in 5th grade during recess, and like I said, I didn't start playing till 6th grade, but I told my parents, I was like, I want to play soccer. And they're like, we have no idea how to even start to get you into this. So they're still learning to this day, like what this whole world is. Wow. So
That's cool. Well, that's cool that you brought them into the world and you know, you just doing what you like and what you love.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Shoot. Well, let me see. I guess another question I had was like the real question. Who's going to win the World Cup
Oh
this
my
year?
gosh. Who's going to win?
I need an answer. The people need to know.
Who I want to win or who's going to win?
You can give us
Very
both.
different questions. I mean, I love Argentina so much. I'm such a big Argentina fan to the day I die.
Oh my God.
But I don't think it's looking too hot for us this year. I don't know if we're going to actually take it. But I have to say Argentina.
Okay. I mean, that's definitely, I think they're still a contender. I mean, they just won it. Shout out my boy Messi.
Hey, I'm a huge Messi fan. Love him. Are you a Messi fan?
I'm a Messi fan.
Okay. This is a safe space.
This is a safe space. Shout out Messi. Shout out Ronaldo. But you know, there's just it can only be one GOAT.
One GOAT. Yeah.
Sorry.
Let us know what you guys think. Well, what about you? Who do you think's gonna win?
For some reason, I like Spain. I like Spain.
Nice. They look good.
Yeah, Lamine is fire. Like I think the team is solid. I don't want to discount. Keep in mind, France. They're coming back. I was telling like Mel when I had him on the pod. He's like they're coming back for blood, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Mbappe, I think he's loading up. You know, for sure. I wouldn't doubt it. But I would like to see a different continent win. I would love to see a Latin American country win it.
So cool. Yeah, you know? I agree.
Or, you know, Canada.
Yeah.
Something random. I'll be open to something new, you know?
Well, that's what's beautiful about the World Cup is like, you never know. Like, even if you think you know, they get knocked out and you're like, what? But it's funny you brought up Melvin talking about, shout out Trujistas, talking about World Cup. I had him in my singles shoe and the whole time the kid was just yapping about the World Cup, asking people what they think. It was so funny. So,
that's the bro. Shout out Mel. Shout out Trujistas.
Yeah, they have great merch, so you guys should check them out. Yeah.
No, it's gonna be interesting. There's gonna be so many upsets, right? There's gonna be like, even though that's the best. Maybe say that's the thing I love about soccer, and it's like so fluid. Is that like that might be the best team per se?
Yeah.
On paper.
Yeah.
But they're only playing for 90 minutes, so like, they might just have a good day, and they just had a lucky day and they won. They beat a team. There's just so many upsets and like it's so unpredictable. So.
Even in the women's game, it's the same thing. Like you might think USA is going to take it and you literally never know. And we got to experience that. So, I mean, I'm so happy they recently won Olympic gold and I'm really hopeful about this World Cup. They have such a great program and it's going to be really awesome to see them. So.
Shout out, bro. Shout out the women's U.S. team, bro. Like,
so, what do you think?
I do like an edit and like just drop a bomb on them because like, bro, they won 4 World Cups already.
Yeah.
And people just like don't really like acknowledge it as much as they should.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because we're in America.
Yeah.
It's not like the number like one thing on the topics, but definitely something that I think should be highlighted a little bit more.
Yeah.
How does like have you been to a game? Have you been to?
Yeah, I'm so lucky I've gotten to go to a few games because of my friend. And I think something that's not talked about a lot is, so, you know, it was kind of like the USA team, we were expected to win a lot of the times because we have so many resources that they're not investing in women's soccer in other countries, like at a youth level. Okay. So finding like in the same way that we were, there was a huge gap. Now countries are investing a lot of money into women's soccer, and the gap between the USA team and other teams, it's closing a lot. So for us to still be at that high level with people who have, like you said, like grown up in a soccer culture that we have not, it's kind of incredible to see. So I think this World Cup, we're gonna see the best talent in women's soccer we've ever seen.
True. No, I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that because it's a lot. You see a lot of countries that are now. I mean, not no disrespect like at all. Like it's just like the level is just gonna continue going up.
Yeah.
And I think it's super dope. Like you said, I mean, the USA has their school network. I think what makes the women's organization successful is they have a lot of pull from the universities.
Yep.
I think that's what's really dope, and I think those players are like. I think that's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's where a lot of the talent comes from top universities and like those tournaments.
Yeah. So I played at Cal Lutheran, really small D3 school. I swear they ran it like the frickin' Navy. Like it was. Jesus. I'm like, oh, D3, like what? I was probably like bottom tier of, and I was like top San Jose talent because they were so good. Like collegiate level women's soccer is no joke. There is no such thing as a bad.
Let's talk about it.
There's no such thing as a bad team, the women's level, because even to make it on any NCAA team, you better be super fucking good, like super good. So you're right. Your instinct's right on that.
And you better be in shape.
Oh God, I have PTSD from fitness tests. Right. Like, yeah, what was the last time you did a fitness test? Like, think about that.
Let's not think about it.
Yeah, no, it was terrible.
No, that's funny. No, I played collegiate a little bit as well.
Nice.
At West Valley. Shout out West Valley.
Nice, good women's program.
Yeah, women's program. Shout out all the women ballers from West Valley. Homegirl Ashley and everybody else. My boy Mario, all the homies from West Valley. I could go on like that, but I had a super fun. I did a walk on at Stanislaus State.
Nice.
Right after
I had a
high
friend that
school.
played there too. Nice.
Yeah, I went there. Unfortunately, I had to come back to San Jose for family stuff. Mm-hmm. But I love soccer, bro. Like I kind of just I had to step away because this is my story.
Yeah.
My story is that I had to go get my money. I had to go work.
It's true.
So it's just like I still had like sometimes I want I wish I could just kept playing. Yeah. But it was to the point where like I really wanted to. I was at San Jose State and I wanted to dedicate my time on campus to being in business, being around business and talking and have the opportunity to work. So I started selling cars. So I started doing that. Wanted to get a little bit better at like conducting business and like just how to present myself and things like that. And so it was really cool. It was an unfortunate trade-off, but that's how it went. And I don't think I would be where I'm at right now if I didn't pivot. Obviously it was hard because I was kind of like heartbroken that I couldn't play anymore like to that level. But that's why I've kind of started doing the events and still want to be around soccer. I'm not a coach. I would love to be a coach one day. Yeah. But I just I can't do it right now.
Yeah, I think that's important. I mean, it's kind of why I go back to why pickups are so awesome is like you can still do your love of the game and still focus on your 9 to 5 and get your bag. Like, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And so my approach is like I want to do tournaments, specifically futsal. Yeah. Because like for me, shout out all the homies that play futsal and like it's a whole different sport. It's a whole
real ballers.
Real ballers.
Gosh, when futsal people come out to pick up, I'm like, you guys are nasty. Like it's totally different from just normal soccer.
It's fun. It's fun because it's a different dynamic because it's like a basketball court. Yeah. And like people can, for me, I'm a little bit taller, so it gives me a little bit of an edge so I can just, body people. Nice. Yeah. But also like if I'm playing shorter guys or whatever, so then I can get megged a little bit easier. I can also get because I'm a little, but it's just like a little different. Like,
we got to work on his defending if you're getting megged like that.
Yeah. So usually I try to keep my legs closed, not get megged, but I guess the next kind of direction I want to go into is like, what would you like to see more of in the soccer community? And that's kind of broad,
No, yeah.
but like, what do you think is like needed still, or like what resources or connections that need to happen? Would you say?
Yeah, I think what's really cool is once people find out about Alana's football club, they're obsessed, they come all the time.
Fire.
It's what happens before that. How do people find pickup? Like, how do people find like resources to play soccer? Like, I make silly TikToks and they work, and like people find me from that. But
Good
it's
quality
like,
though. Good quality. Good video
thanks.
quality.
But it's like there's so many cool organizations I could name off, like Football by the Bay that was just here, the Neighborhood Sports
sir.
Club,
Yes, sir.
Dolly Football. Like, it's
The
like
Bay Area, the homies from
yeah,
Arch Street, yeah.
Arch Suite, yeah, yeah. That's Lena's crew. The
Yep.
grounds that they're running really high quality, great pickups, and people just can't find them. So, what I wish is just more awareness, and I mean, even just for brands and corporations to be able to reach out to us and like say like, hey, we have this huge soccer audience, we're here, we have a footprint in the Bay Area, let's
Yeah.
work, like let's work
Yeah.
together. It's just lack of knowledge right now. Yeah.
For sure. Who do you know in the East Bay?
Oh, East Bay.
Like Oakland Roots, do you have anybody in the East Bay? Just
Yeah.
curious. I just don't want...
So East Bay has a really big problem right now with fields. I don't know if you've heard about this. Yeah. So I think what the Neighborhood Sports Club is doing is so amazing. They have their own like it's this soccer field that they created. It's like an indoor part where I think they sell coffee and stuff, and then the outdoor where they do a lot of free pickups. It's really cool. Definitely you should plug them. They're great. But
definitely.
they're the only people I know right now in the East Bay that are doing accessible pickups. East Bay has a huge problem where fields are so expensive. I also need a plug. They're called Foot Soul. My friend Larissa, she's the only other like girl pickup organizer that I know.
I think I've seen her stuff.
Yeah, she's located in Berkeley. She has all these Berkeley students that want to play. If you're a student, you have no money. If you guys remember being in college, you have no money. You're not going to go pay $280 for a field. And that's what they're up against in Berkeley. So they're all having to commute and play. Street soccer is letting them use a field in San Francisco. That's ridiculous.
That's
like,
still hella far.
it's so far. These kids are getting on BART with like all of their equipment, and it's like either hella early or hella late.
Bro,
It's so
still gotta
insane.
do homework.
Bro has to do homework. No, like the last time I was on a call with Larissa, this poor thing was in class. Like while she's trying to help organize and make stuff happen for the soccer community.
Bro, that's real. Shout out her, bro. I didn't know they were doing with that.
Yeah, they're doing great stuff, and I think it just goes back to how can we make fields in the Bay Area more accessible for people to get into. It's not fair that clubs are with a lot of money are renting out these fields and normal people like you and I and Larissa can't get pickup space. It doesn't make any sense to me. So
it should be regulated a little bit better.
I think
it
so.
makes sense, right? Because that's something that I also kind of realized, and like shout out if anybody watching this, if that offends you, I'm sorry. Like that's just the real thing. Like there should be more fields accessible to just anybody to go pull up.
Yeah.
And it don't even have to be like specifically for soccer. Like it could just be like just open space for people to just enjoy, like not just take over the whole field like every day of the week.
Yeah.
Like,
Youth programs are important, but I think that it's just a saturation. Like I am getting a group of my friends together on Sunday. I had to pay $200 to rent the field for 2 hours. And I'm like, this is insane. So that's why when we talk about this pay to play with pickups, it's like, again, like everything we make from pickups is just kind of going back into all those fees. So yeah, it's a problem.
What's is that usually like your highest cost, if you don't mind me asking, like the fees, the fields?
I think fields is definitely my highest cost. Something that AFC also wants to get into is starting to pay for transportation. So if you live far in the Bay Area, I'm going to set up like Uber Lyft funds so that you can pick from this pool and get your rides to and from pickup paid for. So that's another area I want to get into. Another cost that we have that I don't know if this is considered a cost, but percentage of all of our proceeds go back to local Bay Area charities. Just raise money for Bossy, Mobilize Love that helps kids in the Tenderloin. We're working with Street Soccer USA. So I think, I think that in the same way we pay for soccer can also help pay it forward to a lot of other people if we do it right.
Right. Yeah, no, that's dope. Really cool to and refreshing to hear all the partnerships that you have and all the people you've connected with already.
Yeah, I've been super fortunate.
that's like what's needed, like you said. Like so you're doing. I love that you're already like working on like making this um the community just a little bit, like you said, more accessible to everybody. And
Yeah.
it's not easy. So shout out you.
Thanks.
Keep doing your thing. Um, is there anything else that you might want to highlight or let the people know
Ooh.
to keep an eye out for this?
If you go on my page, we've been doing this really cool mini World Cup series. Temi and Simba, they're really big organizers in San Francisco, and we've been able to partner with Football by the Bay, Miranda, Larissa, and myself to be able to put on this World Cup. Yeah. And we had 70 people out last night representing different countries, all playing each other. I was Team Brazil. We unfortunately took an L, but it's so fun. And even if you're not playing, come and watch. Just get hyped for the World Cup. So yeah,
I missed it. I
know. Okay. Yeah, it was really cool. It was so fun.
That's what's up. I'll definitely try to make it to the next one.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I hope we can stay connected.
Yes.
And I know we kind of talked a little bit about what we got planned. We do have a mixer coming up that you're invited, and I don't know if you're 100% on board for the other piece that we talked about for the panel.
Yeah, I am. That sounds fun.
Okay,
yeah,
so I don't want to say it.
No, that sounds fun. I'm always down.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have a mixer. We're gonna have an event April 18th. We'd love to see you guys there. Alana's gonna be one of our panelists, and yeah, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna have a good time. So
cool.
Shout out y'all. Buenas noches, buenas tardes, buenos whatever. Y'all be safe. See you guys soon. Peace.
Bye.